You probably don't know who I am, or you might know who I am. My name is Kendall, and I just wanted to sit down and talk about a few things and put them out on the internet. I touch my hair a lot when I get nervous, so yeah. This is me. This is the real stripped down me, no makeup, sunburnt face, crazy hair, and a t-shirt on a Sunday night after I've been laying in bed all day. And I just want to talk about anxiety. I want to talk about trials, and I want to talk about overcoming trials. So let's do that. Okay, hair's up, looks even better than it did before. Long story short, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I really just want to talk about that in itself. I am 23 years old, and I have suffered from depression and anxiety for 12 years at least. Before I really faced this issue in my life, I just didn't understand it and didn't understand why I felt these things, and which I feel like is a very common feeling now, especially, but back in those days it really wasn't the norm to feel that way, and no one talked about mental health, no one talked about anxiety. And now it's just everywhere you look, it's either my anxiety, my depression, blah blah blah, or blah blah blah, mental health awareness everywhere, which is so awesome. And I think it's so good that there's such a giant platform for it now, and I'm gonna jump on that train pretty much. I mean, yeah, I have a really weird struggle with anxiety because I'm such an outgoing person. I'm very crazy, fun, loud all the time. Anyone that knows me knows I'm always just up here when everyone else is down here. We're gonna not cry in this video, okay? Yeah. I don't even know why I feel like I needed to make this, but something just told me I needed to. You're not alone. I promise you're not alone. Everything you go through in your life has a significance to it. And how you handle those situations is really up to you, and it's different for every single person. Some people binge eat. Some people don't eat at all. I'm one of those people that don't eat at all. I shut the world out. I shut everyone out when I'm going through those things. Just keep it to myself more. I don't reply to people as much. I feel like I don't put as much effort into things I want to, but I also try to portray like I am doing those things with an extreme passion behind them when I am feeling the worst. This is very vulnerable for me. Just because you struggle and just because you go through these things and you have these feelings doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It is perfectly human for us to go through these things and to have these feelings. It just is. And it's so hard to explain yourself to other people when you don't even know what's going on in your head, and these constant mental battles are just going on, and you don't even know how to deal with them, so you don't know how to portray that to someone else, to ask for help. And that's okay, because it's just part of life sometimes. And it's, for me, I don't want to be on antidepressants. I try to ignore it the best I can because I don't want it to affect my life, because I know if I constantly remind myself that it's normal, it's fine, everything will be okay, it is okay. And I do move on. There's gonna be bad days, there's gonna be bad weeks, sometimes there's gonna be bad months, and that's also okay. Everything that's happening is fine. It's part of life. Having a foundation of people that truly care about you and truly support you is all that matters and all that you need. Whether you believe in God, you have God, the universe, whatever you choose to believe, that's on you. Having something to hold on to, even when you feel like there's nothing else, I feel like it's such a big thing. Like for me, like, I don't know where I'd be without God, like, and that's just a fact. I'm not going to go too much in depth about my testimony and everything, because I really just want to make this about mental health. But like I was saying, I really do think having that foundation of family and friends and a true support system that's constant in your life is what you really have to hold on to. And when we get in these moods, or, you know, when your anxiety's bad and your depression's bad and you just feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, we just tend to go to these temporary feelings and these temporary things. Oh my God, am I preaching to myself? I don't know. We try to fill this void of something that's so much bigger than going out with your friends or trying to find a boyfriend or just trying to hang out with people, just to kind of distract yourself from the things that are truly going on in your reality, that instead of dealing with them and bettering yourself for the long run. And that's something I've really learned this year. I'm sorry I'm so choked up during this entire video. I don't know why. I did not anticipate for me to just borderline break down. And I feel like I'm doing like a YouTube apology video right now. Like, I'm so sorry. We're good, we're good, we're good. Loving yourself is so important. I've always been a self-love person. I've always preached it. I've always preached it to my friends. I've always preached it to myself. And like, at the end of the day, I feel like up until recently, I haven't truly loved myself or recognized that. I've always thought I did, but I never really understood what it meant to reflect on yourself and to understand what you need in your heart, in your mind, physically, mentally, emotionally, especially, and to act on it. It's so important. I cannot stress it enough. And like I was saying, a new boyfriend's not gonna fix that. Going out with your friends is not gonna fix that. Drinking's not gonna fix that. Nothing's gonna fix it until you recognize it within yourself and you make a change for it and you make it permanent. One of my biggest insecurities has always been the way I see myself, my body image, all of that. That is the biggest thing I've overcome. And I feel like now that I've done that, there's like a whole new world. I love my body. I love every inch of my body. I don't care. Am I gonna run around naked? No. Am I gonna run around in a bikini with my butt cheeks hanging out? Probably not. But do I freaking love myself? Absolutely. Have I had people in my life that made me feel like I was this big and I was not worth anything? Yes. That's the next thing I want to talk about. The people you surround yourself with can be, I'm just playing with these tweezers. The people you surround yourself with can be just as bad as they can be good. So if you, about to get real fired up. Having good family and friends in your life to lift you up and to keep you on track with where you need to be going is just as important as thinking you have those good people in your life, when in reality, they're the ones that are tearing you down and making things worse for you. I don't know if I'm talking to me or to somebody else, but just saying. These people will destroy you inside and out sometimes, not always, but they will, without even realizing it. And they just slowly will pick at you and take small pieces of you until there's literally nothing left of you. And then you just sit back one day and you realize that you're nothing. You are them. They've completely taken over your body and you have nothing to live for but them. And that's a really scary situation to be in. I'm not saying this has happened to me personally. I'm gonna keep my personal life out of this. But if you do feel that way, and if you think you love, I'm sorry, I keep touching my hair. If you do feel that way and you think you truly love someone, but at the end of the day, you know you don't love yourself the way you loved yourself a year ago, 6 months ago, 5 years ago, whatever it may be, that's not love. It's not self-love. The person you're with is not showing you love, whether it be a friend, a family member, a significant other, doesn't matter. Love is love. It radiates, it encourages you, it lifts you up, it makes you feel on top of the world. And you don't need someone to validate that in your life. You don't need someone to validate if you're beautiful, if you have a wonderful body, if you're smart, you're funny, you're amazing, because you know that. You know you are. And you just have to recognize that within yourself. Tell yourself that every single day. When I'm driving in my car, I make it a point to tell myself 5 things I love about myself. And I say my name first. I learned this in a motivational class a few months ago, and it has helped me immensely. And it sounds so stupid and it sounds so crazy, but once you start talking to yourself in this way, like in third person, every single day, look at yourself in the mirror and do it. If you're uncomfortable with that, just say it out loud. Just say it, and you feel it, and you feel empowered. Kendall, you're beautiful. Kendall, you're smart. Kendall, you are so talented. Kendall, you have all the confidence in the world. I'm making myself cry. Because sometimes you need to hear those things. You don't have to wait for someone else to validate that and to tell you that. I have the most amazing friends in the world, and they tell me these things all the time. But recognizing that in myself and telling myself that and let myself know, you're doing great. You've got this. You're gonna make it. I'm proud of me. And that's all that matters. It's fine. Love yourself, honestly, truly. Believe in yourself. Reach your goals. Go after something. Have something to chase after that's not a worldly pleasure or something to fill a void. Just something to like work on with yourself. A goal, whether it be like in your job, in your life, a new car, a new house, a promotion, a bigger, better job in general. Have something to work towards and make yourself proud, and never, ever, ever stop. Do it for yourself. Don't do it for anyone else. Do it for you. Don't do it to wait around for someone to tell you they're proud of you. You don't need anybody to tell you that, honestly. One day you're gonna look back and you're gonna see that girl that was so sad all the time, that had no hope, that did not love herself, that kept getting herself in these terrible situations over and over and over again for no reason except for the fact that she didn't recognize her own potential, and she thought she needed someone else to validate her feelings and herself and her worth. And you're more than that. I'm more than that. I know I am. When you understand these things, you have so much more to live for, and it just makes you so much more excited to get up. It's so hard to explain. There's still gonna be bad days. I'm not saying when you learn to love yourself more, when you talk to yourself or you have goals, you're not gonna ever have a bad day again or a bad week or get anxiety and run out of the store and just sit in your car and cry for no reason, because that was me today. Anxiety is a monster that's always gonna be there, and it's always gonna be a struggle. It's just knowing how to handle it when it comes in different phases how to get out of it. For me, it's spending time with my family. It's watching a sunset on a beach. It's spending quality time with friends. Sometimes just being alone and thinking, reading, painting. Painting makes me so happy. I'm horrible at it. I cannot paint for anything, but I love it so much. Listening to music, going to a concert, these are the things that like hold me together. And there are the things where I just feel free and I feel happy, and no one can take those things away from me. I have no idea where I'm going with any of this. I have no idea where I'm going to be in 6 months from now. But I know it's going to be good. It took a lot for me. It took a lot for me to sit down in my beautiful Sunday attire, my big t-shirt, my no makeup and sun poisoned face, and beautiful frizzy hair with all of it hanging down that I've touched the entire time because that's my nervous habit, to sit down in front of this camera and look at myself and not the actual camera the entire time, because of course, and just talk about my feelings and cry even though I didn't want to, and just hope that I was speaking to someone else. I guess the main thing I want to put out there is that you will never be alone in these situations. We all have our struggles. We all handle our struggles differently, but we'll all make them through. Different timelines for all of us, but we will. Because we love ourselves. We're going to continue to learn how to love ourselves more. And we're never going to stop. And we're going to make sure we surround ourselves with the best people possible. And we're going to live our best freaking lives. Pretty much. If you actually sat through this and watched it, one, I'm sorry that I was choked up half the video. Two, I'm sorry if this had like literally no context to it, just me rambling about loving yourself and anxiety. But thanks for watching it. And I mean, I love you. I love me. Find people that are gonna lift you up. Yell at yourself every day in the mirror that you love yourself, and 5 things that you absolutely freaking love about yourself. Set goals, break them down and smash through them, and set even higher goals than that after you've broke through those. And live your best life, honestly. Stop letting minor things hold you back, and stop filling this huge void of anxiety and depression with things that don't matter. Don't let anybody validate your feelings but yourself. Thanks again for watching and watching me cry. Have a great night or day, whatever.